if you have watched the video of the Battle of Plassey. Then today we will see the next chapter of that story. The Battle of Plassey ended in 1757, but the conquest of Bengal was not yet complete. Mir Jafar sat on the throne of the Nawab, but the real power was in the hands of the British. The East India Company was still a trader. Their goal was the wealth of Bengal. Bengal was the richest region of India at that time. Silk, Muslim gold, all were here. These resources increased the greed of the British. They did not want to stop at just doing business. The pressure on Mir Jafar started increasing. The company was repeatedly demanding money. Finally, Mir Jafar became weak. The British started new plans. In 1760, the new Nawab came, Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim was not weak like the British. He started ruling with a strong hand. He brought in a tax system that he cancelled the special privileges of the British. This angered the British and created an atmosphere of conflict. Mir Qasim moved the capital. He started preparing for war. The Battle of Buxar began in 1764. This war changed everything. The British finally won. There were no major obstacles left in front of them. Now all they needed was a formal permission from the Mughal Emperor. After the Battle of Buxar, the British became even stronger. The politics of Bengal were now under their control. The Mughal Emperor Shah Alam was weak at that time. His empire had almost collapsed. The British understood that their opportunity had come. They wanted the right to the revenue. In 1765, a historic agreement began, which changed the future of Bengal. The Mughal emperor gave civil rights, and the revenue of Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa went to the company. This one decision changed everything. The company became the real ruler. A new administrative system began. The British employees started collecting revenue. The pressure on the farmers of Bengal increased and they had to pay more taxes. Village life started changing. The farmers were worried. The condition of the artisans became difficult, especially the Muslim industry. The Muslim industry of Bengal was once famous. Now it is gradually disappearing. The British increased their control over the local industry and the business went into their hands. The wealth of Bengal was being sent abroad by river. Ships were leaving loaded with wealth. Bengal was gradually weakening economically, but the power of the company was increasing. The company was now not just a businessman but a de facto ruler. After getting civil rights, the company started controlling the revenue directly. The economy of Bengal gradually went into their hands. Revenue collection started from village to village. Farmers had to pay much higher taxes than before. Worries came into the lives of farmers. Many were afraid of losing their land. Traders also came under pressure. Their business became difficult under the new rules. The famous Muslim industries of Bengal also suffered. The artisans lost their freedom. The company gradually controlled the business. The products of Bengal went into their hands. Wealth was being shipped by river. The wealth of Bengal was going abroad. This wealth was reaching Europe. The company was becoming more powerful. The politics of Bengal had now completely changed. The real power had gone to the foreign company. The power of the Nawabs became limited. They were only nominal rulers. The company now entered all areas of administration. Bengal became their main source of income. Revenue collection kept increasing. The pressure on the people also increased. The Bengali economy was gradually weakening, but it was rapidly becoming stronger. The people of the village were understanding the change. Uncertainty descended on their lives. Discontent began in many places. People started protesting. The company suppressed that resistance and maintained control with a strong hand. In the meantime, Bengali wealth started going abroad. Business was completely in the hands of the company. From that time on, the foundation was solid. Civil rights were its beginning. The history of Bengal moved forward on a new path. The colonial era began. This change was steady but profound. Generation after generation felt its impact, but the fire of resistance did not die down. People were dreaming of independence. With time, that dream became stronger. The struggle continued. But it all started here. In that agreement of 1765. This agreement gave the company the right to revenue. And Bengal lost its economic independence. This moment in history was important. It was the foundation of British rule. The Battle of Plassey was the beginning. Civil rights was the next step. This accident created history. Bengal entered a new era. 2 centuries of colonial rule began here with an agreement. This chapter in history reminds us how big a change a decision can make in the game of power. The civil rights of 1765 began the economic occupation of Bengal.